When you dive beneath the waves, you will discover many peculiar ocean animals. These organisms can become increasingly weird as the water becomes darker and the temperature drops. You cannot dispute the fact that these creatures are genuinely fascinating, despite the fact that they can be strange in both positive and negative ways. The oceans of the planet are undoubtedly home to some of the most peculiar aquatic animals, many of which have not only amusing appearances but also exhibit peculiar behaviors. Welcome to Explained, the place where you can find all of the latest news. In today's video, we will see the most dangerous creatures you've never heard of. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also tap the bell icon so that you won't miss any further notifications. So let's check it out. Number 1. The frilled shark. One of the sea's gnarliest looking species is the frilled shark, Chlamydoceliquus anguineus. Since the prehistoric creature's roots date back 80 million years, it has an old appearance. The frilled shark gets named from its frilly shape of its gills and can reach lengths of about 7 feet. Despite having the term shark, these creatures swim in a very eel-like, sinuous manner. They typically consume their prey whole as they primarily eat squid. Number 2. The nudibranch. The nudibranch is a particularly adaptable kind of sea slug with over 3,000 distinct species currently known. These little creatures can be found almost anywhere from the North and South Poles into the tropics in both shallow and deep waters. These are two of the main types, dorid nudibranchs, which are smooth and have gills that resemble feathers on their backs to aid in breathing, and aeolid nudibranchs, which breathe through serreta, a separate type of breathing apparatus that is also found on their backs. The small nudibranch doesn't have a shell, therefore it uses colourful camouflage to defend itself and serve as a warning. However, their capacity to literally absorb, digest, and reuse stinging cells from their prey may be the most bizarre adaptation of all. Number 3. Marus orthocana. Marus orthocana is a strange microscopic organism that has numerous stomachs and tentacles. Its structure is similar to that of a multi-stage rocket. There are, in fact, physical siphonophores related to Portuguese men of war. A group of organisms living together in a colony has characteristics similar to that of a single organism, like ants. Number 4. Pink see-through fantasia. Pink see-through fantasia is the name given to a species of sea cucumber. In addition, it creates a fascinating species that was only uncovered in 2007 by explorers. Consequently, we don't know anything about it. However, it also strikes us as fairly impressive that this free-swimming cucumber had never previously exposed itself to people. Its mouth, anus, and intestines are all still visible from the outside. The species emits light just like other bioluminescent animals. It employs light to warn prospective predators when it's in danger. The IUCN does not yet have an article on this creature due to the lack of available data. Scientists think it grows to lengths comparable to that of species that are related, ranging from 4.3 to 9.8 inches. Its common name comes from the fact that its outer skin retains a reasonably bright pinkish color despite its exceptional translucence. Number 5. The red-lipped batfish. The Galapagos batfish is another name for this peculiar looking fish that dwells at the bottom of the ocean. Its red lips, which give the impression that it's wearing lipstick, gave rise to its name. The red-lipped batfish has fins instead of legs, despite the fact that it looks like it has legs. It uses fins to stand and explore its surroundings. Number 6. The flying gurnard. One of the strangest sea creatures ever seen is this tiny guy. Their disproportionately enormous pectoral fins distinguish them, and it's been noted that these can use their very intriguing fins to walk around sandy sea floors in search of crabs and other small invertebrates. Although the majority of species are located in the Indo-Pacific, some are also present in the Atlantic Ocean. Number 7. Mola mola. The mola mola, sometimes referred to as the ocean sunfish, is the biggest bony fish ever recorded. The species is native to both tropical and arctic sea fish, and it's the biggest bony fish ever recorded. The species is native to both tropical and arctic seas. The typical adult can weigh up to 1,000 kilograms. Its main body is flattened laterally, and its head and tail resemble fish. The females of this species may lay more eggs than other well-known vertebrae, and it typically feeds on jellyfish. So guys, if you don't want to get attacked by these scary little creatures, then smash that subscribe button. And if you find this video interesting, then hit the like button. Thank you. Now let's move back onto the video. Number 8. The coffin fish. These deepwater fish, which are related to frogfish, are also known as sea toads. Behind their eyes, these critters have a little lure sticking out of a depression. Because there is so little light in the depths where they reside, coffin fish use it to entice food closer to them, enabling them to strike rapidly. These fish also boast such enormous gills that they may grow their body volume by up to 30% when inhaling a significant amount of water. It wouldn't be precisely possible for a human to expand their lungs to the size of their entire abdomen. Number 9. The leafy sea dragon. The leafy sea dragon, Phycodurus equus, is found along Australia's southwest coast. It uses its fin to move through the water and to disguise itself as a piece of drifting seaweed. Leafy sea dragons may focus pressure on their mouths to suck in their prey because their heads are quite large compared to the rest of their bodies. The males carry around fertilized eggs just like seahorse and pipefish. The leafy sea dragon carries the eggs beneath its tail since it lacks a specific pouch. Number 10. The obese dragonfish. Hey, that's not polite. But in all seriousness, the name obese dragonfish won't offend it. After all, being one of the biggest species in the Melanostamidae family is nothing to be ashamed of. In actuality, it's really fierce. The Australian Museum describes these sea creatures as having a smooth, scaleless black body, a full set of enormous teeth that resemble fangs, a long chin barbell, and a number of light-producing photophores along the body and behind both eyes. Although they can be found in the Atlantic, Indian and Pacific Oceans as well, these fish tend to stay in the waters near Australia. Number 11. The Arctic Hydromedusa. The Bythicarus bowiloni hydromedusa is widespread in 3,300 foot deep seas of the Arctic. The larger family of the Hydromedusae make up the largest group of the cnidarians in the water since they are so widespread. The absolute maximum size of these jellies is only a few millimeters to a few centimeters, which is much less than the size of conventional jellies. However, their reproductive system, which produces both sperm and eggs outside of the body beneath their squishy bell, is what actually distinguishes them from jellyfish. Number 12. The white margin stargazer. The white margin stargazer is a really tough fish that employs double-grooved poison spines above its pectoral fins to sting prey. It is possible that the only other fish that might compete with this is the blobfish for the title of the ugliest creature in the water. A unique pouch behind the stargazer's eyes houses electrical organs that allow it to sting victims with up to 50 volt, as if the poison weren't enough. Regarding its name, the stargazer is so named because it spends the majority of its life buried under sand, only sticking out its eyes towards the surface. Number 13. The Dumbo octopus. Due to the way its ear-like fins flap when swimming, this Grimpoteuthis octopus, which is found in the mid-Atlantic ridge, is commonly referred to as Dumbo. Dumbo octopi are thought to be the deepest dwelling octopi as they frequently live at the depths greater than 4,000 meters. These octopi are naturally scarce, so in order to maximize the likelihood of having progeny, they have evolved special breeding practices. For instance, females can keep sperm inside their bodies for a long time after mating and carrying eggs at different stages of development. Number 14. The Napoleon wrasse. The Napoleon wrasse, also called the Chaelenus undulatus, is one of the biggest reef fish found in the warm seas of the Indian and Pacific Oceans. It may grow to the length of over 2 meters. Its alternate name, the Maori wrasse, derives from the elaborate blue-green pattern that adorns the face, which resembles New Zealand Maori war paint. The patterns are also unique to every person, much like fingerprints. This wrasse is a protogenous hermaphrodite that can switch between being male and female. And at number 15, the red-spotted blenny. The red-spotted blenny is an algae-eating fish that is often calm, but when it comes to other fish of the same species, or at least those that aren't their own mates, it can be violent, especially as housed in a tank. Similar to tangs, they occasionally attack or even bite other red-spotted blennies in the area. On occasion, they even nibble at corals and clams. Coral reefs in the Pacific and Indian Oceans make up their natural home. So that concludes today's video. Have you seen any of these creatures? Do you know any other deadly creatures? If you do, then share your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you like this video, then please give us a big thumbs up and also make sure to subscribe to our channel and enable the bell icon to receive notifications. Also spend some time watching other videos on our channel as well. We'll see you in the next video.